showed up last night. Place to myself. That water's cold and it's kind of chilly out. I don't know if I would drink that water even if I filtered it, unless I was doing it through some like chemical filtering. I mean, that runs right along the road, but it's gonna be good to wash up. I forgot to fill up my second water tank before I left on this trip. Getting complacent, I guess. So there is a Hannaford down in Millinocket. When I finally end up down in town, I will either buy a big jug of water, or sometimes they have those fill stations where you can refill your like water cooler jug. That's if I can't find a place to get water, which I don't think this time of the year I'm gonna be able to. Most water's off, bathrooms are closed. I mean, it's the last weekend of October, so things starting to freeze. So I'll heat that up and take a trail slipper shower. Trying to not mess your van up at all is pointless. Cleaning as you go is the key. Like, I get hair all down the front. That's why I vacuum. You know, water everywhere. That's why the heat's on, hopefully to dry. You just can't not make a mess. You just can't do it. It's just too small. Can't stand up. I haven't sealed the roof ceiling yet, so I definitely don't want to touch that with my wet hair because it'll probably make water stains on the wood. I lay a towel on the floor before I, start doing anything, so maybe that catches some of the water. I don't know. I feel like I'm always doing something, like always, which I didn't do in the house. But in a house, you had a bigger area to mess up, so the mess didn't seem as bad. But I'm always straightening up, always cleaning something. I go through more cleaner and more wet wipes to clean in this van for myself and for the van itself than I ever did in the house. It's kind of comical because I almost consider myself a minimalist now, because everything I own is pretty much in this van. I got a couple things stored at my parents' house, but it seems like I use more now than I did. This definitely doesn't feel like a green lifestyle to me, at least at this point. I mean, if you guys got some hints on how to be more conscious of plastic, because I hate plastic. You'll never see me use styrofoam. I actually turn down, I won't buy things in the store. Sometimes if they have styrofoam, I really gotta want it. But plastic, I find myself using more plastic. I use them in my bucket that I poop in when I have to. Like, I pooped in the bucket this morning. It's pouring. I mean, it is absolutely pouring out. You gotta put a plastic bag in that. You gotta use cat litter. Now, there are alternatives to cat litter, but I got the cat litter for free. That's why I'm using it. It was gonna get thrown in the trash anyway, so I figured I would use it before it got thrown in the trash, per se. So I'm probably gonna do something different with the cat litter and the poop bucket. The reason I went with a bucket too is to stay away from chemicals and the porta potties, or whatever you call those. and I didn't find it, they weren't any smaller. I couldn't put it up front. I had to worry about it freezing, so that's why I wanted a bucket on that. If you use some type of media like cat litter, or I know people use pine chips, peat moss. Peat moss is what I like to get a hold of. You don't smell it, so I actually like the smell of peat moss. I don't know what it smells. Well, I guess I kind of do. In the back country, that's what they use in the privies, but you got a million people pooping in it instead of just one once in a while. I don't know. I don't have everything figured out yet. You know, think I'm going on a month in this thing. I guess I shouldn't have everything figured out. I mean, technically 8 months, but only 1 month or so full time. So I'm still figuring things out. I'm getting better though. I didn't cut myself. Out the Jerry Pond recreational area, closed of course 10 p.m. to dawn, so no sleeping down here, I guess. Look at that, looks like the privy's still open. Please abide by the following rules. Oh, there's a trash can down here, even though I got rid of my trash in Hannaford. No overnight stays. I guess it's best as any to hang out for the day. I don't think I'm gonna be doing much today anyways. Sitting over there watching I bought the drone training to get my drone pilot license or whatever. It's like Remote Flyer 101 or whatever the heck it was. And all of a sudden someone starts banging on my door. I'm like, so I pop out and the guy's like, hey, what's going on? And I'm like, do I know you? He's a kid I went to school with. We follow each other on Facebook. He has a camp up here, and I should have known it was him because I knew he'd be up here for winter reservations too. He goes in there every winter with skiers and stuff, and talked to him for a while, and look, the sun's out. So I'm kind of glad he knocked on the door because I didn't realize the sun had come out because I was in the back of the van. Anyways, he told me a couple places to go check out, mostly restaurants, so which isn't really my thing, but I'm going to go explore a little bit around here since it's somewhat decent now. Oh yeah, and he also mentioned that you cannot stay the night here because he was telling me places that I could probably get away with staying. He said this isn't one of them. That the cops come in here and roust people out of here because I guess they got this where all the kids hang out, which I kind of assumed. So the trash and a few places and stuff, but so I didn't plan on staying here anyways. But it would be a good spot because there's 2 privies and stuff. No toilet paper, but I got my own toilet paper. I travel with my own. Anyways, let's go. It's 1 o'clock. I know my stomach's gonna start telling me it's lunchtime here soon. I'm not sure which way we're gonna head. Spot look familiar? It should. Right up now, the leaves are all falling though. Oh god. Look at this perfect spot. Just like we left it. Beautiful. So we have wintergreen here. See the berry? Yep, even the berry smells like wintergreen, but you can tell it's it. They have really thick leaves, but when you break them and you crush it up a little bit, it smells just like wintergreen. To me, it smells more like a what is it? A menthol cigarette, but it's wintergreen. Look at it all. It's supposed to grow in mostly shade, but it's not kind of shady here, I guess. It's everywhere. Morning. Beautiful morning. It started to rain last night, and I thought, oh no, here we go. Turned out to be pretty good though. So anyways, it's time to head off. It's 7 o'clock, head into town, and go get some winter reservations to come back up here in January and go hike some mountains in Baxter State Park. Should be a good time. The sunrise. I didn't park in the perfect spot for that at all, did I? Jeez, I missed out on a good one today. We had 4 people there trying to get our reservations, and somehow we managed to pull almost last. But we ended up getting most of the time we wanted. I had to adjust a few things to get the full week up to Baxter, but we pulled it off, and second week in January we'll be heading up to Baxter to tackle Fort Co, South Brother, and what's the other one? North Brother. Oh yeah, the one I've done twice already. I want to welcome my newest Patreon members, Bob and Scott. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it, and everything that you help me out with will go back into this channel. And I hope to see everybody out there, and make sure you follow me on Instagram. Catch you later.